Hello and welcome to the 12th episode. I'm James Gaming, your host, and we are on the OTTD huge Europe map. And today will be a little bit different because we will have a little bit of a Sunday chill today and look a little bit of what has happened so far in the series. And that is the first Sunday chill. So basically, we are going to look at some trains, see them move around, talk about how things are going, and so on and so forth. So first of all, we are in Kingston upon Hull, so I've added a couple of bridges to allow the town to grow. The problem here is that I forgot to put in a fishing harbor, or a harbor for the fishing harbor, so to say. And the local authority won't let me do so. I have planted 1 million trees, but the mods used, tree planting isn't that efficient. So if you're just under mediocre, you can plant a bunch of trees and get over it, but when you are like now, local authorities think I'm atrocious, it just doesn't help. So let me see. I believe we have quite a lot of trees. As you can see, I have planted trees. But that didn't help. So there's only one other option, and that is to actually put in a line. So we'll do that, and that will be the first passenger line actually, because we just have we're just transporting scrap metal and engineering supplies so far. So let's do that, because I was so lucky that I put in 3 stops in this one. So let's see, do we have a good train? Dennis Dart sounds like a good. What's that? No. What funny things do we have here? Oh, there's a huge amount to choose between. Okay, one without a name. Anyway, we'll do the first Dennis one. And we'll buy one and we'll just put it on this line. So it will just go around, go back there and into the depot. Start it. And here he comes. Look, that is Dennis. Dennis the Menace. And the people are happy because they suddenly have a bus service. So this should bring the local authority up to happiness in a while. I wonder if this was a good idea or stupid actually to build these bridges, because it might mean that the city will expand this way. And we need to be able to build a huge station area around this one, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So the bus service is up and running. Anyway, moving on. So here I thought we'll have a look, because we have a train coming in here. Not sure what that one has with it. It has coal. Wow. Because there is a little bit of action around here. The graphics in this game just isn't great for showing stuff, but whatever. So you have a steel train here waiting. It has 3 empty wagons and 1 half full. I'm not sure what did we have. Was it coal we got in? Yes, it was coal. Oh, we have something else coming as well. Great. So the coal train unloaded and we managed to get a little bit more metal. That wasn't much. So up to 41. Come on, next train. Oh, we have one more even. Wow, all of them at once. It might look like I cheated a little bit, and I actually did. So one of them was on the way. That was this one, I think. The other ones I released just to see. Just so we had something to look at to start with. Scrap metal is coming in. There isn't any waiting. Do we have a train on the way? No, we don't. Okay, great. So up to 94%. Soon getting there. 98. No. But this one will bring it over 100. Let's speed it up a little bit just to get it in. And hopefully the metal train will leave first. And it did. Great. So off she goes. And we have left, yeah, this one will come after us, that's fine. I really don't, I never build signals at the start of a line. Reason being that this one would release earlier, but it will get stuck in the middle of a junction, and that's not so great always. So I never do that. So we're just continuing down. Oh, here we have one more. This one would be full, I guess, because I didn't release this one. Yes, perfect. Ah, it's from this one. This one would have already gotten some engineering supplies, right? Yes, it has Gung Hu. Already in Gung Hu mode. So it actually managed quite well to get up to 80, and that's the maximum speed on these lines anyway. I'm not sure if I will change that because it is really expensive. So I think we'll stay at 80 for now. But I need to electrify something soon. But it will be electrified with 80, so it's a little bit cheaper. Because, let me see, electrifying from the tunnel to the junction would cost 27,000. Electrifying with 130 would cost 110,000. So that's quite a difference, right? It's like 4 times the cost. Because one of the next projects, now that we have supplied all UK steel mills, and as you can see, this arrival released engineering supplies to, not sure where this one is heading, Dundee, of course. It also released to go to Carlisle, which is good for the steel mill in Barrow. This one is going on to Glasgow Tanner Road. I think that's this one, isn't it? No, that's Glasgow Heights. Oh, it's the coal one. Okay, great. This one didn't manage to get a full load, but that's fine. Because that means these will start to produce a little bit more, or quite a lot more, and that means the steel mill will also start producing more. And as you can see, there are some steel waiting. There is 247, which ain't that much actually, because I think the train takes like 600 or let me see, capacities. I think it has 12 wagons with 55. Oh, and they are 5 times as heavy because it's just a good way of doing things. So it takes 660, yes. And we already had a little bit of issue with clog up. Oh, we don't have an extra signal on this side. Okay, great. Let's put an extra signal in. Let's press pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hope that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in between. That's great. Perfect. Just made everything a little bit more efficient. So when these are up to speed, I would expect that we need to put one more steel train on this line. I know from the past when building this construction that this is usually really difficult to get this to work in a good way, because it just gets clogged up. Even though it's only 1 coal and 2 iron plus the metal going through, it still clogs up. But what can you do? And as usual, it happened just before this one comes. Anyway, so there are 533 tons waiting. That means it's almost full. Could release this one just to actually fill. Of course, just when something else came along. Typical. So it could as well just have waited, because it will be full before this one has left that junction. There's nothing else coming, right? Or maybe not. Yeah, there we had 129 coming in, but whatever. Anyway, because I'm going to duplicate this train now that we have the option to do so. This, and release it. Because there will be much more throughput. Now, when we got back, we had 80%, but it's just going to be more going forward. This one is going to be an issue. Right now it's not, because we have very little traffic there. Same with this one. This is also a nightmare later on. And when putting passengers on, it's likely that also some form of third and fourth track will be needed on this side. As you can see, it still clogs. It's already clogging up there. Anyway, so here we actually have a lot of metal. I would actually like to put in a metal station. See, process products. Just it doesn't have any function, but it would be nice because it means that you can see that there's a lot of stuff there. So let's build a ship. Wow, they are all somewhere else. Next one is coming there. Okay, clone ship. And clone it again. Let them go. So that means we have now 4 ships on instead of 2. That's great. The problem is when you get this stock of products, you will fall. So we have fallen from roughly 80 down to 74, and it will continue to fall as we get stuff in, so that's not great. This one has quite a lot of scrap metal. I wonder if there's a station that can show scrap metal. Can this one do that? No. Probably not this one either. No. Okay. So we'll just leave it at that, because it's nice to see. Because here you can clearly see that there's a lot of stuff waiting. But as I said, it's not that straightforward if you can't see it. Anyway, so This one is again full, and we have one waiting to get in even. I can't put one extra. I don't think I'm even allowed to do that actually. Oh, I am allowed to do that. Should I do that? Okay, let's do that. I didn't do it in on the first station. I thought about it and then forgot about it. So let's put in one extra here, because that means okay, come on. Because that means it's not going to clog up. Oh, I built yeah, whatever. We now have our first electrified track. Look at that. Let's move that away. I don't have an issue with it, so it's fine. I don't like to do it this way, but otherwise it's going to end up silly there, so it's fine. This one is full of coal. I don't like the coal trains on these wagons because it doesn't give you a color, so it doesn't look, because you can see the iron ones look to be filled, which they are, of course, while the coal ones is, because they are black and it's so tiny there in the middle, it just looks like a shadow. Because if it's empty, it has more black than if it's filled, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. The other one is now full, I guess. Yeah, look at that. And this one has just left the other place. So maybe we need 3. So the electrification plan has to do with this. So we are now producing in Belfast, we're producing 224 engineering supplies. And in Ireland there's a bauxite mine there. And I believe there's one more there. We have one more. I don't remember if there are more actually. Yes, and there is also one down here. One in Limerick, one in Carlow, and one in Dundalk. And that's great. But these all needs to go to an aluminium plant. And the only one in the British Isles are in northern Scotland, in Inverness. So the plan is to bring these 3 mines into Dublin and use this area north of Dublin, the flat area here, as a huge harbor area, so to say. So we'll put in harbor and a stopping place for trains station, and send it over to Holyhead. We'll only have passenger inside Holyhead. We'll have the freight stations over here, because we have an a bauxite mine here as well. So that means we can build a harbor here, get everything in, and make a major station for loading here, because this one is going to produce 171 times 4, that is 644, and 80% of that, if we get 80% of that, is like 700 times 8 is, let's say, 500 and something. This one is a little bit lower. That one has actually the same. So those are 300, 450 times 4 is like 1800. And 80% of that is going to be 1400-ish. Plus that one. So that will be almost 2,000 tons of bauxite every month coming in. And all of that needs to be transported from here on the coastal railway past Liverpool up on the main line, the west coast main line, I guess this is, and all the way up to Scotland, where it needs to somehow, probably here, over to Dundee, and following the coast to Aberdeen, around through this valley, and over to Inverness aluminium plant. So 1500, and I think the longest train you can build have like 14 of the wagons. Sorry, almost 2000. So it has like 14 on the wagons. So that means, or 15, don't remember. Anyway, so that means you can put 750 or something on each, or 1800 or 800. So that means you need to send 2.5 of those trains every month going north. So it's going to be busy. To use steam for it, number one, you lose a carriage because you need to have 2 locomotives, and secondly, you can't build the long trains. You need to stick to only 12 carriages because it simply can't get 15 moving, because we tried that. So yeah, that is going to happen. And we can get over here. So in Newcastle we redid this and it's working fine. I've tried it, done some testing on it, so it works fine. That's great news. This one only have 2 and it continues to be overcrowded with metal, which I need to sort. This one is actually not done yet. Good. And we don't have any signaling there either. Ah, wrong signal. Because it's needed, like that. Great. That means we have room in this station. I really don't like doing that, but that was the only way here. Not sure why I put this one there. I could put it there, but yeah, whatever. Next train on the way in. Next train from here on the way in as well. Fortunately, there are 2 tracks that they can use. So this is an engineering supply empty train that was going to Manchester Tanner Road. Okay, and this, I believe, is a scrap metal, right? Yes. And this one has just delivered over at the steel mill, and that one is coming from Manchester Tanner Road as well. Great, because here there's a long piece of single track, which I'm not sure was a good idea. We need to fix this station as well. I also need to find some way of connecting to this one later on, because it's going to be connected. And we also have this one here. And here we have long trains coming in with coal, I guess. Yeah. And with iron, and a steel train waiting. So this one is already clogging up. Oh yeah, of course, because of the single track again. Yeah. So let's add a double track here. It is short, very much short, but whatever. It's at least better than it is today, as there are no trains that are so long that it's going to be an issue. This is a place where you can actually put a pre-signal, so to say, there. So when this train has passed that one, that means it's moving, because these trains are too long, so they don't fit in there. I think, I hope. We'll find out. Possibly. Oh no, we won't find out, because this one will just get in there on the first Oh yeah, this one is going out, so that's great. That means we can figure out if it's too short or not. 2 before is perfect, but that's where we have the road. So let's see. It is definitely room for it. So just to not confuse any train, we'll do that, and this one will just end up. This one could actually do 3 as well, because that means it releases earlier. This one would release already then and get down here, so that's making it a little bit more efficient. Is it important? Maybe not. Let's fix that one as well. Oh, I had fixed that. That's great. So in Nottingham, I could see the same thing here, that we had issues from time to time with queues, and this one just isn't doing it. How much do we have? We have only 52% now. Okay, so this one will go to the depot, and let's just extend it. And as usual, pause the game, add a new vehicle, put on another steam train, and iron ore there. And it had 6, right? 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it too long? It is perfect, actually. 7.8, because we are running on lines that are 8 between the signals, so that's great. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, that wasn't really the plan, but whatever. So this one should load full. It did. That will at least improve stuff a little bit. I'm not sure how we are with these here. Not too bad, actually. We are transporting 78%. Sorry, we are given 78%. That's great. Over on this side, we have these bloody trucks going. This is so interesting that they always clog up, and that's not really the idea here, but whatever. We need to fix that somehow. We need to put a timetable in, I guess. But I think we are going to drop 1 or 2 of those later on. Anyway, so we have a lot. Engineering supplies are here as well. There's still a few mines of different types that's going to be supplied from here. So this one, for example, the clay pit, probably this one, quarry. We have another aluminium plant here. We have another steel iron works over there, actually. That's we are going to look at soon as well. And over in Wales, there's a coal mine, and there's an iron. No, there's another coal mine there, another coal mine there. Those will also be activated at some point, of course. So that's where we are with this. This nice ship with the purple lining is now passing the Isle of Man. And the other ship line we have is here. So we have one in here with 52%. So we actually have one too many on those. We have one over here. I think there are only 3. Is that correct? There are only 3, yes. So when this one comes in, it should fix with these. So there is one there that has 10%. So we'll just send that one packing. Doesn't matter. So we can see where it goes. So it has. This is the speediest one I think we had. It does 88. New aircraft. Woohoo! It has quite a long drive though, because this one needs to have delivery once a month to keep the high production up. We're only transporting 31%, but whatever. So it's going to be needed. Is this the right one? It's really hard to see. I don't remember that it was this hard to see, but it was probably. You're just more used to the graphics like this once upon a time. So let's wait for it to turn and then just send it to depot. And it's going to be stuck behind this one, of course. What else is new? So the double track here seems to be working fine though, so that's great. We are now in depot. Let's add a steam train to it and in metal. So we'll actually use those. They're heavier, but they look nice. And oops, and then there is no question what you're transporting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And here we go. So that means it now transports 660, while the other one that's here can only transport 250. So that's actually quite a difference. And as you can see, we did collect some money by doing this. So Chill on a Sunday is a very good deal from a financial standpoint, because we made a lot of money. I think we started at 1.4 or something. We don't have any loans, but so we made like 3.5 million in 6 months. It's now December. And talking about December, it's not that far away actually. It's 3 months and a couple of days to Christmas. So anyway, so we can see that they are waiting for each other. This is of course not as efficient, this layout, as a row stations with flyovers and stuff, but row stations with flyovers are not very common in real life. If you move outside the major cities, where there might be flyovers for well, on passenger lines, if you get out of the larger cities, flyovers doesn't really exist. And the same thing, is that the train we're waiting for? No, it's not. Flyover, oh, it has been here already, right? Shite, yeah, whatever. I'll fix it. So railroad stations are, well, through stations are common, but railroad stations, I don't think I know any place that has one, really, in real life. So railroad stations are really unusual. Anyway, because a station connected to some form of business usually looks like this. So it has an ingoing line or two, and well, the trains will just go around and be put on the other side of the wagons and get going. So I'm not sure if that helped. I don't remember how much we had. We still have 2,658. It probably didn't help. Anyway, so that was that. I did from the 11th episode. After the 11th episode, I added the train going to Edinburgh. I'm not sure where it is. and I've added the station in Edinburgh Heights next to the farm. And the reason again is the same, that it's going to drop off the the scrap metal here, and I have a truck going back and forth. It's there. It takes 30, so that's fine, because it's going to keep supplying the steel mill at Motherwell every month, which is really important because that's is going to add leverage to the production in general. And yeah, that's a Sunday episode. So for me, Jimster Gaming, have a great day and thank you for watching on this Sunday. Bye bye.